Welcome back to The Explainer. Tonight, we're diving into a Premier League match that honestly had everything. We're talking a shock start, a desperate comeback, and a finish that went right down to the absolute wire.
Okay, let's just get straight to the final score, which was a real shocker. It finished Leeds 2, Manchester United 1. A result, I don't think anyone saw coming. And it was all thanks to a blistering start from the visitors and an incredible early double from Noah Okafor.
Right from the very first whistle, you could see Leeds had a clear game plan. Just go for it. And wow, did it pay off. They caught the home side completely cold before they could even get their feet under them.
5 minutes. That's all it took. You could hear a pin drop in that stadium as Noah Okafor found the back of the net. It was the perfect ambush, and it absolutely set the tone for the rest of the night.
So if that first goal was a shock to the system, the second one was just a gut punch. Just when it looked like United were maybe starting to settle down a bit, Okafor goes and does it again, creating this monumental task for the home side.
And this timeline, it just shows you how ruthless Leeds were. A goal in the 5th minute, another in the 29th. Before Manchester United really knew what had hit him, they were 2-0 down. Leeds were firmly in the driver's seat going into halftime.
And that was the score at the break. A kind of stunned silence fell over the whole ground, The home fans were just left wondering what on earth they just watched. It left Manchester United with an absolute mountain to climb.
But look, the second half was a different story. United came out with a new sense of purpose. They were desperate for a spark, and it actually came from deep in their midfield, with one guy in particular grabbing the game by the scruff of the neck. And there it is, the lifeline. It's the 69th minute, and Casemiro, of all people, acting as the main playmaker, drags his team back into the game. And just like that, the roof nearly comes off the place. Suddenly there's belief, there's noise, there's a chance. It is absolutely game on.
Okay, so this is where the tension just went through the roof. The final 10 minutes, plus all that stoppage time, it was all one-way traffic. It was just wave after wave of attack from Manchester United, throwing everything they had at a scrambling Leeds defense.
And then this happens. A moment of pure chaos. The ball's in the back of the net. Casemiro thinks he's got the equalizer. The crowd just erupts. But no, it's cut short. The linesman's flag is up, and the collective groan of disappointment, it was just deafening.
But the siege just keeps on coming. Another dangerous ball gets whipped into the box, but Ilya Gruev is there, putting his body on the line with a massive interception. Every clearance was met with this huge roar from the away fans.
And then, literally moments later, the keeper, Karl Darlow, comes up huge. Another cross is hanging in the air, and he just leaps through a sea of bodies to snatch it, soaking up all that pressure as the final seconds ticked away.
And there it is. That's the sound, the final whistle. A sound of pure joy for Leeds, who just held on for this incredible win, and a sound of pure frustration for Manchester United, who just ran out of time.
So, when the dust finally settled, how did it all shake out? Well, it was a classic tale of two halves for sure, and the final stats, they tell a really interesting story about how this game was won and lost. So you look at this, and you see that Manchester United actually had more of the ball, 52% possession by the final whistle. But it's just a perfect example of that old saying, right? It's not about how much of the ball you have, it's about what you do with it. And on the night, Leeds were just absolutely ruthless.
And so we're left with this question. It's a massive, hard-fought 3 points for Leeds, built on that unbelievable first half. But for Manchester United, it's a night of what-ifs. They'll be kicking themselves over that slow start and thinking about a really brave comeback that, in the end, just fell short.